I was wondering why I was being so pedantic about the camera. Maybe because the camera angle is really important, actually. Hello, welcome. My name is Hannah. For those of you who don't know me, welcome to my live stream. This is Reality Awareness, coming to you live from Reality Awareness. Okay, I'm doing a collective update because all those emoticons are valid. The full entire spectrum, rainbow, we've got it. And it feels like there's a little bit of a breather. And then we're about to head into the full moon eclipse. So we just had the new moon eclipse, the solar eclipse. Now we're in the lunar eclipse, and it's on a full moon. It's in a couple of days, and just like yesterday in the intuitive channel when I dropped the message in, I kept getting Thursday. Now that's tomorrow my time, maybe 2 days, depending on where you are in the world. But Thursday is the 3-day window. I was like, Thursday. I was like, what's Thursday? And then it was like, Thursday is the 3-day window of the full moon. So, you know, when I talk about when we feel the energies the most, it's like these 3-day portals of energy, these 3-day windows of time are really noticeable. So I'm just trying to bring up this live stream so I can share it. So I just wanted to talk about the energies because I posted the other day, I'm like, it feels like a vice. I was like, how intense is the energies? Like, it was insane. Like on my weekend, on Sunday. Of course, we're all in different time zones. We're all going to feel it slightly differently. Not sure why my internet's not working. What's going on with this thing? Hello, I'm trying to like click on the thingo. Okay, what if I just try? I don't know what's going on. Okay, let me just try it on my laptop because I need to see your guys' comments. So, hello. Bear with me. Tech stuff. It's just a thing. So, I'm curious how you guys are going, right? Because I want to talk about the collective energies. I want to talk about where we're at because it feels like between now and Christmas, oh my God, what did I just say? I haven't been to the shop for a while. I think all the Christmas stuff's out yet. Am I right? Hilarious. Okay, I don't know why my thing's not working on this computer. Why isn't the Facebooker working? Hopefully it'll just let me work on this one. Oh, it's being weird. It's being weird and glitchy, so whatever's. Yay, just call me just before you go to bed. What is going on with this? No, this is not how we do this thing, guys. Come on. I didn't get this set up before I jumped on live, so whatever's. Maybe it's just gonna... Oh, I think I've got like a zillion devices. Let me try on here. Bear with me. Bear with me. This update's really important. But I'm having all these tech issues, so whatever's. Okay, I'll do it this way. Yay. See? See, there's always a way. What if I said, oh, it's not working on my computer. Oh, it's a sign I'm not meant to do it. No, then I open my laptop. It's not letting me log in. Whatever's. No, I try on my device. Oh, it works. Okay. Do you see how like it's about never fucking giving up? Because if you give up, why did you start in the first place? Right? Like what? Just don't even bother. Right? Just don't even bother. Okay. Where are we? Two seconds. I'm like, if you're going to do something, do it properly. If you're going to do it the whole way. It's really important. Or just don't do it at all. In my opinion. Like, why waste your energy? This is like full Wildly Wealthy Witches training we're dropping into. By the way, guys, part 3 is about to drop like tomorrow. Did you hear that? We've been waiting for months for part 3. Wildly Wealthy Witches came through in like the most like organic, natural, flowing, intuitive way. And the messages that I share in Wildly Wealthy Witches is like if you want to make money online, if you want to get out of the 9 to 5, if you want to work your 9 to 5 and have income on the side, if you don't want to build a fucking empire, because let's be real, it takes a certain person to build a real empire, right? To build an empire, to sustain an empire, to do that, okay? But there's so many ways to make money online these days that if you're only relying on one income, you've got money, you're missing out on all the money's on the table. I'm going to talk deeply about this in part 3 in Wildly Wealthy Witches, which I'm going to go live tomorrow to do that. It's a little bit exciting. So if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, comment witches below and I will send you that details because it's really important. These messages are really important. Like this free training series that I've released, you can get so much out of it. If you're like on the verge or you love doing this like spiritual stuff, but you're just like, you're not sure how to run a business, or you want to, or you're not sure, but you are, but you know, or you just want to make money or make more money and have a second income or have more income, right? And maybe you want to do this stuff, sure, like that's fine. And I can definitely help you with that. I built $1 million business, got off government support, able to support myself now, so thrive in that. And the next level has arrived. So exciting. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with my thing, but I was managed to share that so I can be present. I'm just going to try one more time and maybe I can bring it up this way now. I just did all fancy little roundabout tech stuff. Oh my God, what is going on with this today? So weird. Glitch Central. Whatever. Okay, well that one's come up. Maybe I can try and be tricky and like bring it up this way. Fine, you're not going to do that. I'm going to bring it up this way. What are you doing? Why would it do this? Okay, whatever. I'm just going to have to trust to see your comments on my phone today because I don't understand why all these things are not letting me go in, and I don't understand. It's being so weird. Okay, it's kind of annoying me. Click to expand. I'm trying to. Oh, yes, I did it. Just want to be able to see your comments. That's all. I just want to see your comments. Show me the comments, please. Hello. I just want to see your comments. It's really important what you say to me. Tab is playing audio. Well, it's not really playing anything right now. I'm just going to try one more time. Just give me a second. See how much I try and figure stuff out? Sometimes to my detriment, sure. You know when Facebook's just glitchy sometimes? See, people are like, I'm not meant to do it. And it's like, no, sometimes tech is just glitchy. Okay, I'm just going to trust I can see your comments on the screen. So bear with me. Don't mind me if I feel like I'm ignoring you because I'm not. I'm just trying to, I don't understand why that did that. Okay, let's talk energies. Let's do a reading to see what this, is all about. See what's going on. Part 3 for Wildly Wealthy Witches, guys. I'm so fucking excited about it. I mean, like the way that it came through was just so magic, and like it wasn't even called Wildly Wealthy Witches when I started it. Did you know that? It was not even called that. People were like, what's my purpose? I need to find my life purpose. I need to do, like, help me find my life purpose. And I'm like, well, it's something that, number one, I can't tell you. It comes through when you're doing it, and you will hear me time and time and time and 50 million times again, over and over and over, say, when you turn up and do the thing, the next step is shown to you. You can't see this step when you're 2 steps back, because the epitome of your life purpose is an unfolding evolutionary journey. And the thing between this step and this step and this step over here is, number one, you just got to keep moving the steps, right? And you see the next step. And then the gap in between this step and this step is called your intuition. This is called your intuition. This gap here that you're taking, this is your intuition. If you're not following your intuition with what you need to do right now, you will not find your purpose. You will not find your purpose. It's one step at a time. And the thing that you have to do is trust your intuition the whole way, right? And the thing is that, like, and I'm giving you this prime example. When I started teaching Wildly Wealthy Witches, it was not called Wildly Wealthy Witches. Wildly Wealthy Witches, it dropped in when I was literally on the live stream. Like, you can literally see me start talking about Wildly Wealthy Witches in the middle of the live stream somewhere. I'll have to go back and watch it to see exactly where that happened. But it was like, I wanted to do a free training series on money, on wealth, on building abundance, and why you haven't made the $1 million yet, or all the things in your business, or just in general, you just want more income because look at the economy, Hannah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't look at the economy because I create my own reality. What's going on out there ain't part of me. In essence of like, doesn't influence me and my reality, right? So, but when you are running at effect of and living because of what the economy's doing, because of what that's doing, because of what that's doing, because of what that's doing, you're never gonna bust through to your next level. You're never gonna bust through to just receiving more than your sort of caps that you're stuck at, right? If you are constantly like making decisions on what is going on out there, right? I had someone message me just the other day, we're talking about this. This must be important because everybody's feeling it this year. And I've seen many entrepreneurs, I've seen many, like everybody's feeling it, right? And this is part of the vice. This is part of the vice. This is part of like, but it's the vice of everything because everybody's getting squeezed. Like if we're in a collective and we're moving through the cosmos or whatever's happening, we're going through this birth portal. And it's like our solar system is moving. So back in August when I talked about it and I said there's like a 2-week spin and we're traveling and then boom, we're going this way, right? And it's like, and then we're being squeezed through as a cosmos. Like everybody's feeling the weird energy. The eclipses are like next level insane. It's like, and as we're getting squeezed, it's a bit like a cloth being wrung out, right? It's like all the stuff's gonna get pulled out. Yeah, even the good stuff if you may, it's all getting pulled out, so it's all on the table and you're like, what is this? Right? The eclipses are a time to see what you want to eclipse out of your life, right? And also eclipse into your life. Yeah, it's like everything gets shown on the table. Eclipses are really confronting for people because they're showing the truth. As the cloth gets wrung out, it is like, you can't, like water can't escape a cloth being wrung out, right? It gets dripped all over the table, all over the floor, and it's like, you can see it all. And that's why it's really confronting for people around the eclipses because everything that was buried is like in your face. Pretty sure I said something about this in one of the Tuesday Tarots yesterday. About it's like really confronting because you're actually being shown the truth. It's like anything that you're not facing or anything that you're not doing, following your intuition wise, right? In the steps you need to do in your life, if you're not actively every single day taking intuitive action on your intuition every day, right? If you're not doing that, like if you're not doing that every day now, like okay, let's rewind a second. Your intuition is your guidepost, right? Like you guys know this, okay? Your intuition is your guidepost. Your intuition takes you to the next step. Your intuition will lead you to your purpose. It will, right? But a lot of people don't listen to their intuition on a daily freaking basis, okay? Now, just because you're running a family and a household and you work a job or whatever it is, doesn't mean you can't listen to your intuition, okay? Like you can, right? And you can do things, like there's things that you can do whilst you're doing all that to listen to your intuition about what it's guiding you to do. Like, you know this, right? But when you are not, when you're, I want to say getting caught up in life or you're letting life guide you instead of your intuition guide you, when you're letting life guide you and you're getting pulled along in the vortex, only you're doing that. You're just not brave enough to listen to your intuition. It's like it's going along on par, and then it's like, your intuition's like, but you can't go any further in this shit. And you're not listening to me, so you're gonna hit a wall in a minute. And that's the confronting chaos of, what's going on in my life? Every eclipse, everyone's like, this is confronting, right? It's because their intuition all the way back here was like, kind of need to make changes now. Oh, you're not listening? Oh, you're not listening? Oh, really? Because it's not that way. We're going this way, but you're not listening, and bang, life falls apart, shit happens, all the things happen at once. It'll feel like the vice is like ripping you to shreds. Everything's all over the floor. Name your experience. But the thing is that when you're listening to your intuition, we still go through things, but because we're doing it from an intuitive place, we're able to shift through it faster because we're not bogged down in the anchors because we didn't listen to our intuition back here, right? And you know how they say like 1% off of the direction course of your intuition, right? If you're in a boat or on a plane and the compass or the navigation system is like one degree off, right? 1 degree off. Like when you're traveling over a period of time, that's you're going to end up in a different country. Does that make sense? It's the same with your intuition. And that's why a lot of people, when they have something really dramatic happen in their life to wake them up, they're really lost, and it takes a lot of unraveling, because all the way back here they didn't listen to their intuition, and so they went on this path that they just can't go anymore. Like their soul is like, no, you're meant to be over here, right? I don't want to say it, but it's like, how bad does it have to be before you listen to your intuition? Sometimes it is, right? Sometimes those wake up calls need to happen. Sometimes we can trust ourselves enough and be empowered enough to actually go, you know what, this is not okay. We get mental support and we change our fucking life, right? Because I guarantee you, without mental support, you won't be able to do it on your own, especially when you're around a whole pile of people that have been dragging you along forever. When you start breaking away from the status quo, it's a lot harder to come over to the place where you're listening to your intuition and changing your life, because these people don't usually do that. Nothing wrong with them, but if you're wanting to change your life, these are the things that are going to happen. So on the eclipses, like right now, there's a huge, there's like these waves of pressure, and over the weekend, and even the Schumann resonance has been like really like off the charts, like lots of white, things. And I talk about Schumann resonance. It's like the earth beat, the frequency of the earth, right? And I feel like when these waves are coming in from the cosmos, the solar system, and it's not just solar flares, it's like this, whatever's going on, right? It's like our atmosphere is thin, or the magnetic shield around our earth is thin, and it's like, it's weak. It's really thin. Yeah, I know how we talk about the veils being thin. Well, the actual protection layers around the earth is thin, and or not really in existence, not like it used to be, right? Because we're changing in the solar system through the cosmos. We've moved to a different frequency of energy in the space atmosphere or whatever. We're shifting dimensions, right? Of course, like it's like the skin's being shed, like we're getting burned away. And when the Schumann resonance, it like has another wave come in from, the cosmos, or wherever that's coming from, right? And my friend sent me something this morning, and it was like, here's another wave about to hit us. And I was like, well, that was on point with the message I got last night. And I shared in my intuitive channel that on Thursday is going to be another wave of it. It feels like, oh, I've got to breathe it for a second. And then from Thursday, and I was like, Thursday, what's Thursday? Thursday's a 3-day window before the full moon eclipse. I was like, okay, that makes sense, right? And then I said to my friend, I was like, oh, it's like these waves coming in, and I'm like, it's like somebody breathing. And then I was like, I'm like, that concept of like somebody's breathing. Are we like in their mouth? Are we in their body? I don't know. Is that too big? Okay, where was I going with that? It was an important thing. Oh, the Schumann resonance. And so it's really important to remember, and I shared this in my 21-day quantum trauma shifter yesterday, and oh my God, the shifts that they're having in there are so freaking amazing. I shared a little bit of my story last night. The fucking meditations are so powerful. And that's just like next level, like the shifts that they're having. Okay, anyway, so I shared in there yesterday, getting sidetracked. I shared in there yesterday, the Schumann resonance. Elizabeth Peru explained this brilliantly, right? She explained this brilliantly, that it's like our earth has a particular frequency, right? And we're attuned to it, okay? And she likened it to, in your house, you're just doing your housework or whatever, and you've got music on, right? You've got music on. And then somebody walks into your house, you don't see them, and then they just belt the music up, and you're like, oh fuck, like the music, like you're like, when that happens, right? And someone turns the music up, and you're like, turn it down, right? She said that's like what happens with the earth, right, frequency and the waves coming in. It's like, and the Schumann resonance, it's like, oh, like we're used to a certain frequency, and then all of a sudden someone turns the music up, and we're just like, oh shit, and that's the energy, right? And that's when we're feeling it, and that energy, like if you can imagine, it's like, a wave of blasting sounds, like, it's like, well, we feel it. We might hear it, but we can feel that, right? With this sound vibration, you get it. So when, and I look at it, and because when I posted that on Facebook the other day, like I was like, intense? Is the energy intense or what? And it's like, when people feel that, right, and that energy gets turned up, everybody feels it differently. Because when I posted on Facebook and I was like, is the energy like intense? And so many of you guys replied, and so many of you guys are going through different things and feeling it in different ways. And this is so important to remember, okay? Some people feel it as really, oh my God, amazing energy. Some people are exhausted and can't sleep enough and can't catch up on sleep. Some people can't sleep. Some people, drop off in day sleeps and just drop so deeply. That's me, one of them. When I have a 20-minute nap, like yesterday I had a 20-minute nap. And then like I set a timer, right? I set a timer. It's like a meditation, but I set a timer and I just let myself drop. And because I've done deep meditation for many, many years, I know how to drop very deeply, very quickly, because it's a training. Anybody can do it if you train. And so I dropped deeply into like this sleep and I just went, like I just felt myself go. And then like I woke up 3 minutes before my alarm went off and I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, okay, I'm back. I'm back. Let's do this. Naps are important. And everybody feels it differently. Some people feel it in their body as physical pain. Okay, so when this thing, this frequency gets turned up, if you may, the volume gets turned up and we're like, everybody feels it differently, right? And it's like, and I can say it's like a pressure, like we're just like, because it's coming in through our aura and our energy, right? And everybody feels it differently. Whether it's physical pain that gets exasperated in your body, whether it's like crying, can't stop crying, with anger. Like I've been really angry lately as well, like just lots of anger. Like fuming, like I think someone said on like a combustion thing, and I was like, oh my God, that's like exactly what it felt like, right? It's like, so everybody feels balloons popping, yep. And it's like, all this stuff can just be amplified and it's just this pressure and everybody's feeling it, but everyone will feel it differently. So this is, when talking about trusting your intuition or understanding trauma or understanding your intuition or understanding like all these pieces going on in your life, it's kind of like when stuff's going on, it amplifies what's going on for us personally. So yes, your life might be falling apart, or you might be trying to get things done and you can't, or roller coaster, exactly, right? Roller coaster, waves, to tsunami, tornado, all in one. Oh, and then we've got to deal with the cosmos. Okay, got it. All of that. And then our personal life, oh my God, what's happening right now? I can't, leave me alone, whatever the story is, right? And so when we're understanding our intuition, when we're understanding what's going on in our life, when we're understanding psychology, when we're understanding our emotions, when we're understanding if it's our trauma or our inner child or our shadow or like, I don't know, whatever else it is, the cosmos or someone else or the neighbors or I don't know, like when we are trying to understand our intuition and what's going on and figure out so that we can keep going forward with our intuition, right? It's so important to check what's going on outside. What's going on with the moons? Are we in eclipse season? Is it a full moon? Is it a new moon? Is it, I don't know, what's the Earth atmosphere doing? Is there solar flares going on? Is there other world stuff going on, like the wars? Like we feel all that on a collective level, okay? And it's kind of like, it's not blaming this stuff. It's being consciously aware that there's a lot going on and being rocked around in the energetic air that as a collective of humanity we feel because we're tapped in and we're connected to it, okay? And then we're like, how is that influencing my current reality, right? Yes, it's confronting when things come up to the forefront and we're faced with truth that we've been ignoring. And it's like, it's a perfect time to deal with it. Like I said, when we're wringing out the cloth, that water can't escape but being put all over the table so that you can see it, And it's kind of like, it's the perfect time to sort shit out. You probably don't want to, but let's face it, you weren't facing it before. So as I said, like your intuition's over here going, you need to be over here. What are you doing over here? You need to come over here. If not, you're not listening. Bang. Shit falls apart. Oh my God, what's going on? And then you've got to sort of backtrack to where you were clear and you should have taken this path, but you're meant to take this path because everything's in divine perfect order and it's just a learning and a lesson, and fuck the lessons because it's horrendous, and let's just deal with the being human and let's just maybe listen next time. Right? It's like, what is it going to take for you to listen to your intuition? Because if you hear it reality awareness, you're asking about your purpose. You're constantly thinking about it. It keeps coming back. You keep wondering about it. You feel like you're not on purpose. You feel like you should be doing more. You feel like. Well, the first thing you need to do is start listening to your intuition. What is it that you're not listening to in your life? Because at the eclipses, they can be very potent and exponentially expanding, which the energy is exponentially expanding right now. There's so much, when these energies come in, I also explain it, right, as a like a sieve, you know, it's like when these energies come in through the cosmos onto our planet Earth, it comes through like a sieve, you know, like we're washing our rice in the dishes or in the sink, or washing our veggies, you know, in the sieve, like a strainer. And it's like it comes through and it takes all the bad shit away, right? And it's just like, woof, like, you know, hence by it all being out on the table. But when we're consciously listening to our intuition and dealing with stuff as it comes up, right? Because stuff comes up every day. How much stuff comes up every day, but people bury it, right? Like constantly, okay? But when you can deal with it as it arises, and this is what happens, and this is all the things I teach in Trust Your Intuition, become certified intuitive healer, life purpose activator. That early bird, by the way, closes. Super early bird investment closes. So the investment increases next week on the 1st of November, right? It's a 9 months training, all of this stuff, you know, like the ins and outs, understanding your trauma, that we start next February. Yeah, so it's a 9-month course, but the super early bird investment increases next week. So just comment trust below if you want the details for that. You'll see it on my page as well. Send me a message if you've got any questions about it. So when, like, this is how we trust our intuition, because when you are understanding all these pieces of your psyche, of trauma, inner child, past life, how's that influencing? Like, everybody knows this spiritual stuff, right? Everybody knows there's past lives and stuff like that. But it's like, how do you actually put that together in practical day-to-day life? How do you, like, when stuff's coming up, how do you deal with that? How do you know it's not past life trauma surfacing, that it actually isn't your current reality? Somebody asked me the other day, they said, you know, something like, I think I posted it, it's like, you can't just clear energy and cut cords and expect that to be the thing. I'm like, you know, it's like pointless to be clearing energy and cutting cords if you're not clearing the source of where that came from. And so many people are entangled from past lives, from this life, like haven't cleaned out past relationships or anything like that. And all that stuff sits in our psyche and our aura, and that influences our day-to-day life. So we're like these walking beings of energy with all these like bits of past lives and past relationships like stuck in our aura. Like, that's energy, right? It sits in our field like debris, yeah? And then this is actually the view that we have of the world. And if you're not conscious about how to clear that out, or where that's coming from, or is that actually past life, not actually this life, like all of those things like play an influence in today's reality, yeah? And so it's like when you're going through your day-to-day reality, how do you trust your intuition when all that shit's there? Well, yes, you can just trust your intuition, but you will hit up against sort of like walls or hard points. It's like, is this my intuition? And this is where the tools come in to understand, oh, this is from past life. Yes, it's a training. Yes, it's understanding how all the pieces come together and how you do that in your day-to-day life, right? So comment trust below. Super early bird increases next week for that as well. So when we're listening to our intuition on the eclipses, and right now it can be very, very expansive energy, like extreme, like it is extremely expansive. But when you're full of all the debris, okay, all the psychic debris, all the little things that you should have said, and you're shutting your throat chakra down, and it just buries and it buries and it buries, like all those things, right? When you're shutting all of those pieces down, this is where it's like it sits there and it layers and it layers and it layers, and then we wonder why we're so tired and so tired, because we didn't speak our truth and we're trying to hold this down and hold this down. And I don't know how anymore, right? So these eclipse energies can be very potently transformative, as my clients in the 21-day quantum trauma shift are experiencing right now. Like, they're having freaking quantum shifts. And do you know what I'm so excited about? Is because we've held this 21-day quantum trauma shifter. We're about to start Transcendence soon. Transcendence is my 6-week transformational program, manifesting, moving through all of those pieces. Like, Transcendence is like, the fact that we're doing the 21-day quantum trauma shifter and then about to move into Transcendence in November is like next level insane. Like, if you really want to manifest your reality, I'm like, you want to get into Transcendence. Transcendence we hold every 9 months. So I held it for the first time in 2020. It was based on the priestess code. So there's a lot of moon priestess, like removal from the dark mother grid. Like, it's next level insane, right? We're unplugging from the old matrix, plugging into the light grid, and really working on the expansive energies and really using them in our life. We're unplugging from the trauma system, if you may, and really using, once you're in Transcendence, you get lifetime access, and we hold that every 9 months. Every 9 months, it's a layered piece, you know, to go through the 6-week course again, and it's like, it's phenomenal. So if you want the early bird details for Transcendence, comment transcendence below. I'll send them to you because that opens soon as well. But Trust Intuition is the certified intuitive course, which we run next year. The super early bird increases next week. So it'll be super early bird, and then November will be early bird, and then it'll be full price from December. So with these collective energies, be mindful, okay, that you're going to be feeling it in different ways. Like every individual person will feel it in different ways. And then when we're going through these pieces of like understanding what's going on, like the more you understand how you feel the energies, the more you can support yourself in these ways that is able to continue to trust your intuition and move forward on your path and your purpose, right? So when we look at the bigger picture of where we're heading as a collective, like it's like this, like I said, be mindful. Like I've got message, Thursday's going to be another wave. We're leading into the 3-day eclipse window. And then we've got Halloween, Samhain as well. So the energies are of the death, the dying, the rebirth. Like these are the energies for it. And we're right on the eclipse with it. Okay. So just be aware that there's a lot of energy moving around from the dark, from the unseen. Just be really aware of it. Okay. And then it's like, how do you support yourself the best? Being in nature is the most powerful way that you can support yourself. There's scientifically proven studies that spending 2 hours in nature literally resets your energy. 2 hours minimum, okay? So if you can be outside in nature for 2 hours minimum, okay, it's going to help reset your energy. But the more you can take care of yourself in nature, barefoot on the ground, be in the ocean if you can, river, earth, lay on the earth, like that connection to the earth is what will reset your energy. You're going to feel 1,000,000 times better, okay? So I just saw some comments here and I don't have it on my screen right now. Feeling it in your throat. That's the thing, all these little pieces. And why don't people want to speak up? Because we're taught that as a society not to. Like, there's just all this stuff, you know. And this is where it's like, if you don't have the tools to unpack that or what to do with that, that's why you just don't move anywhere and you just keep going in your little life and wonder why you're not finding purpose yet, or like not trusting your intuition yet. It's kind of like we just not, you know. So in Trust Intuition, this is like all the tools, right? And I put it together in all the different sequences and all the pieces. Plus, you know, you can help other people with it if you wanted to do that. Dana said, down my back feels uncomfortable, pressure and pain. Yes, this is where people are really noticing it in, you know, in the physical body as well, yeah? I went to the farm and riding on my horse is the best therapy. There we go. Nature, animals, right? Getting outside. Okay, so I'm going to read these potent cards that came through for this collective reading that I'm doing right now. So where are we? 42. It's probably just going to confirm everything I said, I imagine. What a surprise. Okay, number 42, Garuda. Cultivate confidence in yourself. As I was saying, like, are you going to trust yourself? Are you going to listen to your intuition? Or are you still going to go on the path that's going to make you hit a wall, so to speak? You have the inner spiritual power to deal wisely with any situation. Don't allow anyone to take advantage of your kind nature. Reflect upon what feels best for you to take and then follow through with decisiveness. Are you guys listening? Do not allow negativity to get a grip in your life. Positive energy and outcomes are indicated. Da-da-da-da. Need I say any more? That's what I said to you. Are you going to listen to your intuition? Give yourself permission to see, sense, and feel and acknowledge your own wisdom. I was literally talking about this. Your intuition's over here. Sorry, your intuition's over here. You're going on this path. Your intuition's like, no, we need to be going this way. You're not listening. Bang, you hit a wall because you're not listening. But your intuition's like watching you over here. Like, I'm trying to talk to you and you're not listening. Bang. Trust yourself. Not just trust yourself. Take action in that trust. You don't trust yourself until you've actioned it, by the way. There's another way of looking at it. And interesting, this is the sacred scar. Your inner and outer scars are marks of your soul's courage. They are signs of strength and survival of your willingness to be alive. This is huge. The sacred scar speaks to that which once caused pain being transformed into higher knowledge and inner power. Do I even need to read these cards because I just channeled all this in this live stream, right? Trauma shall be transformed through spiritual initiation, leading you from woundedness to wisdom. Need I say, do I really need to continue reading these cards right now? For real right now. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You can trust your healing process and in the hidden higher purpose behind things happening as they do. You are strong and you shall flourish on all levels. Like, for real right now. I pulled these cards at the start. Did you not see that? Like, holy shit. This stuff blows my mind every day, for real, right? And this one, the Lion's Gate, like, I love it. Oh my God, this is Life Purpose Accelerator, guys. When Trust Intuition is open, Life Purpose Accelerator is open. This is my 12-month private mentorship. It's my inner circle. You get access to all things, like all courses, all meditations, everything I release, you get lifetime access to that. And you get 12 months private mentorship with me. That's Telegram access, psychic readings. We do distance healings. We do the video calls regularly. We do 1 hour deep dives as well. And the totem animals for Life Purpose Accelerator is the eagle and the lion. And look what's come out with this reading, like, for real. So if this is a sign that you need the details and you need the 12-month private mentorship, then please comment purpose below and I'll send you Life Purpose Accelerator details. So because it's like just so potent, because of the card I just read, the Sacred Scar as well, your trauma will be transformed into the wisdom. Like, fucking hell. This shit blows my mind, like, every time. Like, I've been doing this for 18 years and every day I am blown away. So this one, the Lion's Gate, let's see. Do I really need to read this? Do I really need to read this? Your heart has a heightened connection with the higher realms of consciousness and light. A blessing, empowerment, and positive omen shall enter your world. Doors will open for you. Abundance and prosperity are headed your way. Take care of your heart. Ask for spiritual assistance and it shall be granted. Something negative is going to transform into something very positive. Transforming trauma into wisdom. Like, this is literally the epitome of Life Purpose Accelerator and the 12 months private mentorship with me. This is crazy. Amazing. This oracle brings a message of a breakthrough and healing, of a significant lightening up in your life at the end of a deeply challenging cycle in your life. Where hope has been difficult to find or all seems lost, the light shall return and beautiful blessings are destined to unfold in your life. Well, how about that? And then the bottom card of the deck is the Sun. The Sun of 417. I love that so much. So if you want the details for Life Purpose Accelerator, it's a 12 months private mentorship with me. Just comment purpose below. If you want the details for Trust Intuition, the certification program that we start next year, super early bird increases next week. Just comment trust below. And let's have a look here on this one. Do I really need to read this? This is the Sun. So it's like taking back your power. You have what it takes. You are a light bearer. Within you is a healing power and a spiritual wisdom you can tap into to find your way through any confusion or doubt. How about that? Have confidence in yourself and know you are enough. Expect an affirming yes from the universe. That's the message, guys. Take care of yourself over this eclipse energy over the next couple of days, and I shall see you very soon.